Okay, now we are in the center of our headquarters here in Haiger. In my back you see the building number 1, which is related to the company foundation, which was in 1919. CLOOS founded a company near to Haiger. In the beginning of the 20s, he moved to that place where we are still today. Today we have a footprint of the whole company nearly 50,000 square meters, and we employ 550 people here in Haiger. Our employees are developing, engineering and designing innovative welding processes for manual and automated welding. Worldwide, CLOOS employs 820 people in more than 12 locations. Next to them, we have 50 sales and service partners around the world to support you as our global partner worldwide. Okay, now we are in hall number 1, which is part from our application center here in Haiger. This is one of the biggest application centers in that style all over the world. On a footprint of 1,500 square meters, 22 application engineers developing welding processes for manual welding as well as for robotic welding. It doesn't matter if your task is in manual welding, cobalt welding or robotic welding, you will find the right solution here. Next to all standard welding processes like TIG and MIG-MAG welding processes, we offer our motion welding process, we offer plasma welding and cutting, and also laser and laser hybrid welding as well as cutting. Also, we show to our customers the whole range of sensor systems, sensor applications, which enable us to identify workpieces, use seam tracking in different lasers and offline sensors. Also, our IRPS scanner system is located here. This system is able to scan parts and create full automatically a robot welding program with all necessary informations to weld small batches economically with robot systems. Also, post-processes like grinding we are able to show here. We have here in our application center in Haiger a robot grinding solution which enables us to grind welded parts after welding.
So, thanks to Christian for the general introduction. We show also in our application center our technical equipment. We see the 4 kilo robot, we see a 125 kilo cube, 250. On the other side, we see our 15 kilo robot with a 7-axis unit, 500 kilo, 1000. These are the range of our standard units. And so we show in our application center also all the automation components, more or less, live and working.
Now we are here in our training center in Haiger, where we train approximately up to 800 people a year on our 11 different robot applications which we have installed in our training center. Our teachers have their own classrooms where they train theoretical part of robot programming next to the practical part like you see here behind me. We do not even offer training for programming, we offer also training for services, for software products like our Seagate, and also for our sensor and laser sensor systems, which we are able on a separate system to train the people in all these different sensor applications. Next to the automation department, we have also a part for manual welding. That means also there we are able to train manual welders to operate perfectly with our power sources for manual welding. Next to this training center here in Haiger, we have also in all our subsidiaries, in our 12 subsidiaries around the world, training center to train the people in native language to get the best results out of our welding robots.
So, welcome in our education center. We have around, the company CLOOS, we have around 40 apprentices in parallel, which is for the shop floor and for office jobs. The main share is for shop floor, and all our education is, the basic education is here on site. and the education is also on the shop floor or in the office areas, where our apprentices are working directly on projects and on the real life. Also, we have our dual study. So for our apprentice, we have also the possibility to develop further in an engineer job, so they can make a dual study together with our college in Gießen and Friedberg, that they can go to an engineer job.
Now we are on our shop floor for welding products assembly. On a ground space of 9,000 square meters, we produce everything which is related to welding. It doesn't matter if manual or automated. From a small current tip, a welding torch, torch cables, wire drive units for manual and automated welding, up to everything which is needed for inverter power sources. All our power sources are designed that we have the power part down and the electronic there, which is service friendly, so that you have access to all the relevant parts inside the power source. Based on the huge variation of the power source, it doesn't matter for manual or automated welded, we configure our power sources full automatically in our SAP system. A warehouse brings full automatically all the necessary parts for a customer specified power source to one of these assembly lines. There we produce and assemble the whole power source from the ground plate up to the final testing and send the power source out to our customers or to our automation workshop to integrate them in robot welding systems. Okay, here we are in our mechanical department, in our mechanical workshop. You see a lot of nice and huge and modern machine tool systems which enable us to produce even the small current tip, which is one of the smallest wear parts in a welding system in-house here in Haiger. You see two systems which are producing in 3 shifts our current tips. Next to the current tips, we produce here all the wear parts and components for the welding torches, for the wire drive feeders like the rollers, etc. At the moment in time, we place a big order for 2 new machine tool systems, which we'll install here shortly, which enable us even to machine more parts here, like our steel components for the robot systems and also single parts from the robot arms. Everything is designed, developed and machined here in our headquarters in Haiger.
So this is our testing area. All our mechanical arms together with a controller are tested here in that area. So they have a testing procedure of 15 hours. We are testing accuracy and reliability, whatever. But everything else I will explain outside. It's a little bit less noisy. So we are now outside of our testing area. We saw robots running, and the robot design, if it is mechanical or electrical design, or is made in the business unit automation. This is under my responsibility. We are working with 30 R&D engineers on the generation of robot and controller. We have on the back side, we have our full assembly here in Haiger. So you can get from CLOOS a full engineered, produced, tested robot equipment from Haiger. So welcome everybody to our shop floor tour now. Now we are in the shop floor area of automation. That means assembly and installation of our automation systems, of our projects. We have all over the world more than 15,000 square meters of assembly shop floor area. We have here in Haiger and Herborn around 9,000 square meters. In China we have 3,000 and more than 3,000 in the rest of Europe and US. In automation we have 30 people working in R&D, which is software and hardware of controllers. And this is the mechanical design and development team of robots and peripheral equipments, positioners and so on. We have 20 people in project management in automation. We have around 100 people here in Germany on the shop floor, which is mechanical, electrical installation and robot and SPM programming. And 30 people in the design department, mechanical, electrical, documentation for customized design of systems. That means overall we have 180 people working only in the division automation. We have actually on the shop floor, we have around 40 to 60 systems under installation, where we see now a big part of that systems during our tour. So we will start with an impressive installation. We see a system where we have a sub-assembly welding system and a final welding station. Let us first jump into the sub-assembly system. Actually, we are loading the parts. This system, it's an H-frame system with 2 robots on the backside on a linear track. This system will produce the longitudinal and cross beams. So we will connect the end brackets via the 2 welding robots to the beams itself. In the center position we can see the welding cell. The welding cell on the end will be completely one housing with 2 sliding doors right and left. And we will shuttle station 1 and station 2 sequentially in and out. For this first station is to weld the front and rear frame of the container. That means we have the pre-welded beams load in here, and then we make the connection to have these 2 frames in that position. Then we will use these 2 frames and we'll bring it in the final welding station. This is the big station with the 2 crosses on the end of the line. We bring this front and rear frame into the position, and then the customer have to load the longitudinal beams, clamp everything together, and then this station shuttles in the welding station. The output of the entire system is then a full welded frame in the full size of 3x3 by 6/9 meter length. So, to have an impression of the size of the system, you see this is one rear and front frame of the system, the height and the width. And now we can go out and can see the full design of a container outside. So, this is now the final product out of the production line for mobile containers. You see the dimensions. These are the first parts welded on our system. We have to weld some more for pre-acceptance. And this will be the end product of the production line. Impressive dimensions. Thank you. So we see here a system for caps. In that case, caps for agriculture industry. We have a double L-shaped manipulator on a turning table. On the front side, we have the loading station for the parts and fixtures. And on the second side, this is a welding station where I'm now. These are fixtures also designed, manufactured by CLOOS with some special indexing for a fast exchange of the caps. We see the robot, 2 robot welding station here. The robots are driving up and down to weld on the top of the cap, into the cap, and in the floor area of the cap. We can see the ICSE laser sensor, which is very special, required for the cap welding. We have at all 250 to 300 installations only for cap welding in the industries of agriculture, earth moving, commercial vehicles, forklifts, whatever. So this is our specialty from the technology side. So we are using always the ICSE camera to detect the gaps and to select the right parameters. And we have the CDD additional wire feed unit directly on the torch. So this system will go to Germany, to a big supplier in the agriculture industry, or OEM for the agriculture industry. Yeah, we will be ready in the next 2 weeks. So I like to introduce a compact system, flexible compact system, a little bit of special design. So we have a movable headstock, and we have additionally one swiveling axis. So we can use this positioner as a tilt and turning axis positioner, 2-axis positioner, or in that position we can use it as a head and tailstock positioner. This is a very flexible and smart solution. We also like to introduce a little bit of our new design. So we are working to change our colors. That's the first prototype of our new design study in CLOOS. And this system is for the bicycle industry. And this producer of the bicycles is a farmer worker from CLOOS. So he was an employee in our shop floor area, and he created and designed his own bike. And now he already achieved sales numbers where we need to weld with a robot. So he chose a CLOOS robot for sure. And in that case, we have motion weld also on the system, and 2 different wires. So we have steel wire and aluminum wire and automatic torch changer. So we need to weld the frames with different gaps, with low spatters, with a motion weld, and there are some parts for carry on, the aluminum parts, which will be welded also by motion, close motion weld. So I like to introduce now one E-frame system. This E-frame system, this size of E-frame system is maybe one of the biggest in the market. We don't know bigger ones. So we have a 2-station unit. Everything is assembled on one beam. We have a C-frame, two times single wire on the robot with an automatic torch changer. We have a flexible clamping length. The maximum is 6 meters station 1, 4 meters station 2, but it's, the tailstock is manual movable. In that special case, we have also some pneumatic distribution, so endless distribution in the center of the faceplate. So this pneumatic or electric is also possible for that the customer can assemble his fixtures and can control the fixtures by pneumatic or electrical via our control unit. Okay, I like to introduce a welding cell for welding of telescopic beams for cranes. This is one welding cell with a double L-shaped manipulator in the center, 2 welding robots. On the end, this is one part of a full production line. The full production line will include 6 welding robots, 6 handling robots, and 1 robot for measurement. The full line controller will be interlinked to the MES system of the customer, and all the orders will come top down from the MES system to our line controller, and we will handle all the data internally from part to part, quality data into the entire system. The investment is a more million investment at all, and the delivery horizon will be around 1.5 to 2 years. So we start with system 1, start running and operation with system 1, and then we will add the next station step by step and will come on the end to a full line production. So we are now on our last stage on our shop floor tour. This is our assembly space for compact cells, compact systems. We can see here the CC6. This is one of our high sellers. We have 5 external axes, load weight 250 kilo on each side, robot, controller, power source on board. We see our base frame, which is powder-coated material. So that means this is the upper level of quality in machine design. And these driving units I showed already in the application center, if you remember. This is our own design, our development, which are used in the different systems you saw on the shop floor tour today. This is now a standard CC6 cell, ready for the customer. It's more or less pre-installed, everything finished. The robot is already has its basic programs inside, and so the next stage is customized compact cells. We can see here also a CC6 modified for a customer. This is for the heating industry, heating and climate industry. So we engineered also the fixture, a special design of the positioner. So this is the end of our shop floor tour, especially automation. We saw a lot of systems and installations. I hope I can give you some impressions about our skills, possibilities. We saw a lot of projects, a lot of detailed technical solutions. If you have any questions, our team is ready to support you.
Yeah, Stefan, thank you. Very impressive tour to our assembly halls, a lot of interesting robotic systems. Yeah, finally we are at the end of the company tour, and we hope that we could show you a lot of new information, a lot of technology, a lot of competence, a lot of our motivated staff here in Haiger. We are looking forward to welcome you here live in the near future, and we wish you all the best. Stay healthy and see you soon. Bye.
Bye, ciao.